In the dusty, chaotic days of the gold rush, a black woman arrived in San Francisco with a purpose. Her name was Mary Ellen Pleasant, and by the end of her life, she became one of the wealthiest, most influential black entrepreneurs in America. But more than money, she built a legacy of courage, resilience, and civil rights. This is her story. Born into slavery in Georgia, then raised in indentured servitude in Nantucket, Massachusetts, Mary Ellen Pleasant grew up in a world that told her she was less than equal. Yet she refused to accept that fate. She became involved with abolitionist networks and under great risk, helped escaped slaves reach freedom via the Underground Railroad. She learned early that knowledge, discretion, and trust could be more powerful than gold, and those lessons would serve her well in the years to come. After her first husband died, Pleasant inherited a considerable sum in gold, and in 1852 she stepped onto a steamer bound for San Francisco, still passing as white. The city was exploding with fortune seekers desperate for lodging, food, and services. Seeing opportunity, she invested her funds in boarding houses, laundries, and other essential services. These businesses served miners and immigrants, but to Pleasant they were more than businesses. They were a way to build influence, gather information, and create stability. Pleasant's investments paid off. Through savvy real estate deals, boarding houses, laundries, and other enterprises, she amassed substantial wealth. By some accounts, she and her business partner had amassed what would amount to millions by 1875. But she never used that wealth just for herself. To the city's black community, she became known as the Black City Hall, a place where former slaves and free black people could find work, housing, and hope. She funded schools, supported black institutions, and offered legal and financial help to those most in need. Almost a century before many of the well-known civil rights battles, Mary Ellen Pleasant challenged injustice head-on. When streetcar companies in San Francisco refused black riders, she stepped forward and sued. Her success helped dismantle segregation on transit, earning her, in the eyes of many, the title of the Mother of Civil Rights in California. But success came at a cost. As a wealthy black woman in a deeply racist city, Pleasant's independence made some powerful people uneasy. By the 1880s, whispers turned into accusations that she was a witch, a voodoo queen, even a murderer. When her business partner lived with her in a grand mansion and later died, newspapers sensationalized the story, calling Pleasant everything from a manipulator to a monster. Trials, lawsuits, smear campaigns. By the end of her life, scandal had tarnished much of her legacy. She lost her fortune, her mansion, and died nearly penniless in 1904. So what remains of Mary Ellen Pleasant today? In San Francisco, a small park marks the corner where her mansion once stood. A plaque honors her as the Mother of Civil Rights in California. Her story of survival, brilliance, entrepreneurship, activism, and resistance reminds us that the fight for justice often took place long before the headlines of the 20th century. Whether you know her as a pioneering black businesswoman, an Underground Railroad agent, or a civil rights trailblazer, Mary Ellen Pleasant deserves to be remembered for her courage, her vision, and her heart. If you learned something today, share this story with someone else. Let's make sure Mary Ellen Pleasant's legacy lives on.